my powerful conscious creators. If you guys are new here, I am Bailey with Create Your Future, and I am here to show you guys just how easy manifesting is, because it is in fact the easiest thing you've ever done, considering you guys have done it your entire life, okay? Don't forget to go ahead and check out our free courses linked below and our contest that is still going on. Just a reminder, my videos air every Sunday morning, and you definitely don't want to miss them, considering every time you watch one of my videos, you get an aha moment. Okay, guys, I'm actually super excited today because I felt really passionate and like I need to go on a rant after getting this really cool success story from my client, because she allowed her process to be so easy when manifesting her SP, okay? And I want to give you guys a reminder that manifesting a specific person is actually super easy to do, okay? So today, guys, I want to break this down in the most simple terms for you guys so you can finally get your SP to be completely head over heels for you, okay? Now, the number one reason your SP is not obsessed with you right now is because you assume they are not, all right? Due to us assuming and developing the idea that our SP is not in this moment obsessed with us is the exact reason why they are not showing up for you in this moment as just that. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have had clients experience their SP not being into them in the 3D, and then they spiral and they tell me, I have no idea what I did wrong. I just don't know why they don't want to be with me. Okay, guys, when we go back to the basics of law of assumption, it is what our inner world is dominantly carrying around and believing to be true, okay? Your 3D is your old beliefs floating around. It doesn't matter if it's from 6 months ago or last week. Your only job is to be able to go within and clarify if you still believe these circumstances to be true or not, because we cannot keep looking at our 3D and letting that tell us that is real and true. We cannot let that be the determining factor that our SP does not want to be with us, okay? If you see something in your 3D that you do not like and you begin to feel sad or anxious, why are you attaching a story to those emotions? Because your inner talk starts to become, see, I knew this wasn't working. I knew my SP didn't want me. And you guys keep reaffirming exactly what you do not want, okay? Because what we assume to be true is what we experience in our 3D reality. Okay, let me repeat that one more time, guys, because what we assume to be true is what we experience in our 3D reality. Because if we genuinely keep relying on the 3D to tell us our truth, we will never be able to manifest what it is that we want. Because I cannot tell you how many clients I get that after a week of doing their routines and keeping their mental diet in check, they're going to come and get on the phone with me and say, Bailey, I didn't get my manifestation. It's been a week. What's going on? What's wrong? What am I doing wrong? Okay. And the thing is all of these people are affirming for an action to take place outside of them, okay? Because you guys seem to forget, we are literally affirming, visualizing, scripting, whatever method you choose, because it is what you are doing to convince yourself that you have your desires. So if you're affirming, and then you look at your phone, you're like, oh my God, he still didn't text me, or she still didn't text me. Guess what story is more dominant that you just gave more energy to? The old one, okay? The one where you don't have what it is that you want. And that's the issue. So I want you guys to look at the 3D the same exact way that you look at your paychecks every week, okay? You're not going up to your boss asking if they're going to pay you cash or direct deposit. You're not asking them if they're going to give you the whole amount of what you earned. You're not going and knocking on their door every 5 seconds. Wait, are you sure you're going to pay me this week? I don't know. I just feel off. Okay? You simply do your work and you expect that paycheck to come in. You don't hesitate it. You don't question it. Okay? Your all's manifestations need to be the same exact way. So anytime you want to react to the 3D, I want you to get in the habit of saying, I don't care, because somehow, some way, I am getting exactly what I want. That's just who I am right now, okay? Because a lot of us are coming from the perspective of reactors and not creators. If you are truly the creator of your reality, you cannot be affirming 1 second that you have what you want, and then the next you're like, okay, well, where is it at? Okay, you are the creator, guys. Command your subconscious mind and you persist in the idea of favorable assumptions, okay? Because I can't even tell you guys alone the amount of times that before I wasn't aware of my thoughts, when I was actually spiraling, okay? Like I would set, for example, I would say, okay, my SP is going to text me today. We're going to go on a date. And then like it would start getting later and later and later in the day. And I would start checking my phone. And then before I know it, I'm going on a narrative of, well, I've always been unlovable. Like, what is it? I'm the older sister that can't get a boyfriend, you know? Like all my friends have love. I don't. I'm always a single friend. Like, all these things kept coming up and I was feeling sad. And instead of doing that, I was like, one day when it was happening, I woke up and was like, no, 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 no. That is reactor mentality. That is reactor mentality. I don't care what has happened until this point in my life. I am now saying that I've always been lovable. I've always been the girl with all the guys that chase her. I've always been the friend that people look up to and are like, how does she get a love like that? Okay. That's what you're doing in those moments when you want to cry, when you want to get angry. Persist in the opposite of what you want to experience, because you telling the same old story over and over and over again, guys, you're not going to be getting anywhere. And I know a lot of you guys are unconsciously doing that, and you're not actually being honest with yourself, and you're not actually watching your thoughts and commanding it. You're letting your mind go down the rabbit hole of not having what it is that you want whenever these feelings come up, whenever you're not getting what you want when you say it. And you got to start remembering, like, guys, command that. Like, you have the power to do that. No, there's not people out here that can do that they're just special or anything, you know? Like, we all have the capability to do those things. We just don't believe that we can do it. So the more you practice, the more that you keep commanding and you keep persisting in it, you're going to see the results, okay? And that's why I'm so excited, because I want to share my client's success story, because she made this seem so effortless. And I want you guys all to take note on what it is that she did, because this girl really, really inspired me. And I was like, okay, you're getting featured. Okay. Hi, Bailey. I cannot believe I am finally a success story, just as I promised I would be. You can't even imagine how excited I am to be writing this, knowing I'm going to my SP's house for dinner because he literally cooked for me. I am over the moon, to say the least. For a bit of a backstory for everyone, I was in a relationship on and off for 3 years. We had been broken up for 2, and I created multiple third parties, lots of arguments, and I honestly had lost hope until our coaching calls. Oh. When we first worked together, you told me how when we argued, I needed to understand I had a story around him, that he was not in love with me and would always say mean things, and that was something to flip. One day, after another argument we had, I remembered our convo and how you had told me I had to put my foot down, not accept his behavior or this reality because it is only old news to what I once believed. I told him I lost my space. I told him I did not want to argue anymore because I was over it, and I left. In the car, instead of crying, I affirmed over and over that I am the creator of my reality and I will get exactly what I want. My SP is absolutely obsessed with me and treats me like a queen. I'm not going to lie, I was crying the whole way home, but I could not stop affirming. I rampaged all the reasons he wanted me to be his girlfriend and that I only experienced the in-love version. I felt super empowered by the time I got home, and I didn't stop affirming at all. I fell asleep, and when I woke up, Bailey, I had 5 missed calls and paragraphs of text asking to talk. We ended up having a long talk the next couple of days, but I didn't stop affirming the whole time before I saw him and even after. I kept persisting in the perspective of being the creator, like you said, and 2 weeks later, I am his girlfriend. I love you, Bailey. Thank you so, so much. You made me realize I am in control of my reality, and I finally understand how easy it is to manifest an SP. I really hope my story inspires many more just like me who believe this to be impossible. Thank you again, Bailey, and Create Your Future team. Oh, I am so happy for this client, guys, because she worked so hard and she had a little of a tough backstory, okay? But despite all of that, I want this story to encourage you guys. Circumstances do not matter. You truly can have the worst past with someone and still get them to turn into your favor, okay? So if you guys are in a situation and you feel powerless, let's go back to the basics of what it is you need to persist in, okay? In order to really get this desired version of your SP. So first thing that we're gonna do is what we assume to be true is what we experience in our 3D reality, okay? Grain that into your brain right now. So even if it is unfavorable, you want to develop, I can't even talk, I'm getting so passionate. You guys want to develop the habit of noticing, okay, at one point I assumed this, it is just an old thought. It is no longer my truth, okay? It's that simple, all right? Next thing, you want to have the assumption you are the best thing to happen to this world. So for some example affirmations, I want you guys to be assuming I am someone everything works out for. I am someone who people feel lucky to be in my presence. I am someone who experiences safe and secure relationships. I am someone who has always shown their value and worth because I know it, okay? You guys have to assume amazing things about yourself. That is the most important thing. So spend time rampaging self-concept because you have to make sure your role in regards to the outside world is main character energy and main character energy only, okay? You are the operant power. You call the shots. You and you alone. You are exactly who you want to be. Give yourself all the reasons why people show up the way you want them to and obsess over you, okay? Now, the very last thing that you need to make sure you're doing is assuming the other person involved has a good story around them. So you need to be affirming, my SP loves talking to me. My SP loves being my girlfriend or my boyfriend. My SP is so obsessed with me. They're always showing me. My SP can't go a day without seeing me. Okay? What is it you want them to show and feel about you and persist in that? Okay? You guys can use any of these affirmations that I listed above or simply just create your own, but we got to stop complicating these things, guys, okay? The power of now is simply creating your future. Use the now to create a story you want to experience and stop dwelling on the lack in your 3D, okay? It is old thoughts anyways. You are not doing anything wrong, I promise, except you keep assuming in the opposite direction of what you want. So keep empowering yourself as a creator and stop letting things outside of you tell you what is real and true, okay? Enough is enough. We have to make this easy, okay? So what I want you to do, affirm with me right now. Getting my SP back was the easiest thing I have ever done in my life. And you are going to repeat that every single morning you wake up or when you look at the 3D and you want to cry or give up. Say that instead, okay? Because I promise you guys, it really is that easy. If you have lived out your end scene in your mind, then it is done. Go with it and entertain it and let it make you feel good. You don't need anything outside of you to clarify if or when you're going to get that thing, okay? Go within and let your imagination determine what is real and true for you, okay? It is that simple, guys. Now, if you want any encouragement, as always, book one-on-one with me, or you guys can check out any of my self-paced courses that I've been getting a lot of successes around. Thank you guys for sending in feedback. I really, really, really appreciate that. Now, if you found this video helpful, like and comment down below. Keep focusing on what it is you do want. And remember, guys, give yourself grace and be grateful for the journey you are on. I intend this video helped everyone watching and that you watch it as many times as needed, okay? I know you guys are enjoying your manifestations and more. Goodbye, love bugs, and I will see you next time.